So back in early December 2015, a little convention was held here in New York known as Wintercon. This was the second year it's been running. It used to be a one-day event. This year it upped itself to a two-day event, so, it's slowly growing. And me and my good buddy Lou from Nailed It Productions, we attended. We had a good time. We walked the floor. So I just wanted to make a little video to give you guys a little experience and show you guys what smaller conventions are like. Because even for me, it was the first really smaller convention I've ever been to. I've only been to, New York Comic Con, and I go to that every year. But I was always really interested to go to the smaller ones. So I hope you guys enjoy this little recount. So the event was held here at the Resort World Casino out in Queens. So just to kind of give you a scope of how big the event was, they basically took one floor of the entire casino. So it wasn't, by no stretch of the imagination, was it a huge floor. We actually covered it about, I'd say, upwards of 20 times in the few hours that we were there. We were there for maybe 4 or 5 hours. But over the course of our covering the floor, we saw a lot of really cool cosplay, which I didn't expect to see too much of because considering the size of the convention itself, I didn't think people would bust out some of their cooler stuff for something that maybe wouldn't have as much exposure or as many people walking around. But we saw a lot of cool stuff. So I thought maybe we'd just go ahead and take a look at some of the stuff I took pictures of right now. This fucking guy, I wish I knew his name. We didn't speak to him very long after the cool photo op you see here. Spidey Sith, as I call him. I just thought it was a great idea. Very simple. It's a Spider-Man suit with just like a Sith hood over it and a red lightsaber because Star Wars Mania has been in full effect since before the movie came out, really. So I don't know why I love this so much. It's such a simple idea, but such a cool one at the same time. At least Spider-Man's Sith. That's amazing. So this was cool. You had the whole gender-bending Golden Age Flash thing. I thought that was pretty cool. You don't see too many female Flash cosplays. I am a rather big fan of the Flash, so I definitely was cool with this. This Obi-Wan Kenobi right here has to be my favorite Obi-Wan cosplay I think I've ever seen. Not only is he the proper age for the character, his face, he just looks it. He wears it so well. He looks exactly like Ben from Episode 4. It's awesome. Also, the Leia he was posing with was really cool, too. So, as you can see, this is a shot I took right after the first one of the same two cosplayers. And you can see that the dude sitting down with his girl next to him is still there from the last shot. But the reason I needed to show this shot was because the look that he gave me that I didn't notice when I was fucking taking the picture. Just look at him. He's peering into my soul. He's currently trying to assimilate my soul through his eyeballs. I don't know what I did to offend this guy, what I was doing, but he didn't like my mere fucking existence. So, I'm sorry, man. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're from. But if you thought for 1 second you were going to give me that look at a picture and not make it a YouTube, sorry, man. This fucking guy, Viking fucking Wario. We must have seen him like 3 or 4 times walking through the floor, and I stopped him every single time. I was like, bro, I love you. That is an amazing fuck idea. Somebody else who worships Wario as much as I do. It is fucking awesome. He just did a great job. He had to laugh down. This guy was really just like tops. Wario is awesome. Here's something you don't really see very often, so I really wanted to show a picture of it. A guy cosplaying as Speed Racer. You don't really see too much respect for the old school classics anymore, especially something one of the very first anime the United States was ever graced with, and I think it's really cool that somebody actually remembers that show. That's not in their 40s or 50s. It's really cool. I said just earlier that the Wario might have been my favorite cosplay that I saw of the weekend, but when I see this picture, it's either the Wario or Pyramid Head and the Nurse, because these two were fucking awesome. At the top of it all off, the Nurse, even Pyramid Head were wearing Santa hats, and Pyramid Head on top of his knife was dragging around toys. And he was actually doing the Pyramid Head walk all around the floor, really slow and lurching, and it was fucking amazing. And as you guys know, one of my favorite games of all time is Silent Hill 2. So I was immediately fucking like, oh my god, so cool. And actually later on when we met them, turns out they're actually both sisters. I assumed, like, just off the bat, that if it was a Pyramid Head, it would be a dude. Something I didn't think. I didn't think a woman would ever, I figured they would immediately go for the Nurse, you know what I mean? But so awesome. These two guys are awesome. Very cool idea for the holiday season. So these guys I wanted to show, not only because their Master Chief and Spartan outfits weren't awesome, and not because that trooper wasn't awesome, because they all were awesome, but also because of the thing they started doing after I took this picture, which thankfully I recorded. So yeah, there was no way I was gonna let a couple of teabagging Master Chiefs not make it to YouTube. That was fucking awesome. But one other cool thing we did of note during that day was we found this cool little booth run by a local web shop, and they had a cool little game kind of set up. I thought it was a really cool way for both them to make money and people in the convention to have a little fun. It was a fun way to spend your money and time at the convention. Not enough people who go to these conventions, meaning the people who rent the spaces, the vendors, not enough of them find interesting ways, I think, to entice you to spend your money with them. And I think this is just an interesting way to do it. And but yeah, I think I could let them take over.
You're going to choose any 3 boxes. Okay. Go through, shake them up, and pick 2 to open.
So that was pretty cool. You know, you shake around the 3 boxes. You decide based on the weight, you know, like what's jingling around, and then do I want this one? Do I want this? It was a cool little idea. Something I didn't normally see. I haven't seen in my travels. So, you know, and then at the end, they open up the box that you didn't choose. Like, oh, did you make a good deal? No, you did. Oh, no, you did. You know, it was a cool thing to do. I thought it was pretty fun. So I know what you're thinking at this point. What did he wind up going home with out of his box? Well. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching, and I just wanted to remind you that if you're new, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Don't forget to share the links around with your friends, and also, if you look down in the description of this very video, you'll be able to find all the donation links that I have going on right now, if you feel so inclined to help make sure that Biscuit Basher remains a thing here on YouTube. So once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.